Hey, what's going on, guys? Lego TV here, and I'm just want to do a little lore on Rainbow Raider. That's right, the guy who shoots rainbows all day, and you would expect him to be a hippie type of guy, but no, he's not. Okay, but yeah. So let's get on with his powers. So one of his powers, so I guess he doesn't fall down, is projecting these beams from his goggles, so he doesn't fall, I guess. And like I can do it like this, like, oh yay. Second power is shooting these beams. And going like this, multiple things. And the last power, here, let me just get up to the Superman statue just to show you. Oh come on, this is frustrating. Oh jeez, there, no, I'm gonna have to use Batman. Really could. There we go. Now you can come up, Rainbow Raider. What? No. There we go. So he shoots this rainbow beam, and he could shoot towards any. Oh, look at that! Another Superman statue right in the distance. But here, let me just fly over there. But Rainbow Raider is your typical, superhero. Well, not superhero, but super villain actually. But this guy is seriously probably the worst villain I've seen so far. But he has a kind of cool backstory, as well as a weirdo backstory. And so, Rainbow Raider, he was a kid. When he was a kid, what happened is let's say, I just want to say, he loved to paint, draw, art, stuff like that, and to the point that, kids started seeing his art, the teachers, he would show them, and what happened was they just didn't like it, so they were like, oh yay, yeah, your art's awesome, just that type of thing. And I don't know if you could tell or not, but so they would just turn him down, and he first appeared in some of the Justice League comics and some of the Batman comics, if you haven't read them. But so he eventually found out that they didn't really like his art. So then, when he became an adult, he finally plotted his revenge and became a supervillain known as Rainbow Raider. And what made him become this thing is because when he was older, his dad was about to... What would you do without me? Seriously, Batmite, you're stupid. So his dad was dying at that time, and since he was dying, then people didn't really see it as a big deal. But his dad, before he died, he was really sad of it in the comics. If you read it, you should have read it. So what happened is before he died, he gave his son these rainbow goggles that made these goggles right here that you could see, and that allowed him to that enabled him to shoot these beams and enabled him to shoot these stairs, shoot these little mini beams with his hands, and pound Rainbow. So after he died, he plotted his revenge on the friends and teachers that turned him down. So he finally did that to them. He finally plotted his revenge, and some of them, he was a really wanted criminal, but they never really, they never got him into jail, except for the Justice League did. But his rainbow things react as fire. So he took down Martian Manhunter, since these project as fire and laser is fire, laser conducts fire, especially those super strong ones that you could see on YouTube. Okay, so I was just thinking, if he was part of the villain league, but he kind of was, that's why I was saying no, but he kind of was part of the villain league, but he wasn't part of the Villain League because of he wasn't part of the Villain League because, you know, they actually tried to put him in the Villain League, but they never succeeded in getting him in. So what really happened in that time when the Villain League wanted him was he basically just threw out that invitation and was like, okay, I'm just gonna start a normal life since I plotted revenge and stuff. So, you know, he got a wife, you know, he married and stuff, and you know, just like a normal person would. But then what happened was when he had kids, after they were about 6 years old, then the Justice League called him up and said, hey dude, what's up, you know, well not really casually, but he's like, we need Rainbow Raider. I know you're a villain, you know, you're having a normal life and you're busy and stuff and you're not really our friend, but, you know, like, just come and help us please, like, we're under attack from the Villain League. So then he just immediately ends the call, and then he's about to go to the Justice League, but then he thinks, why not just be in the winning team? So he goes to the Villain League, you know, puts on his suit and tells his wife he'll be back. But then he dies in the battle, and when he went to the hospital, the heart rate stopped, but then it started again because the goggles and the rainbow stuff that was flowing through his blood since he put on the goggles. And now what happened is, no, okay, so he stayed alive, but then his wife didn't think that was really him, but he said it was, and he knew it was. He was just thinking like, what, I didn't die, no, this is me. And he knew he didn't die, but he kind of did. His heart just stopped and started again. But his wife didn't believe him, and yeah, so she left him. But then after his, you know, he saw his kids a little bit, but the kids wanted to see him a lot more than usual. And so then eventually what the sad thing in the comics was he died. And when he died, well, the kids were sad, the wife was sad, they were all crying for like the rest of their life, and they just went to his grave like every single day. Since they went there every day, you know, they got even sadder and they all got depressed, but they still had really good lives. And yeah, so he actually had to die this time, because then after he took off his goggles, because he was really like crippled from that time, and when he died, you know, he just told his kids like, keep these goggles, use them for good, never use it for evil, never use this for revenge, or never take revenge on anyone else, because that's a mistake I had made when I was little. And then all the kids just said goodbye to him, and yeah. But, you know, but then he reappeared in other comics as, you know, the kid he was and stuff, and then, you know, the things that he could and couldn't see, and yeah, I guess that's the lore for Rainbow Raider. If you want to see any other lores, put a comment down below for any superhero in LEGO Batman 3, the Batman DC universe that's actually in here, like, let's say any of these characters. So, like, this guy, Toyman, I have no idea because he's just stupid, but, like, the Fierce Flame, I can't because she doesn't have a lore, and she's just, I don't know if it's a she or a he, because it kind of looks like a she, because see, it has that brown hair and it looks like girl eyes, and yeah, so it's a girl, but I can't do it on her because she is I know she's a speedster, but she can't, you know, she can't, what's it called, she doesn't have a lore because she was just done in a contest, and you know, I can't change those contest rules, you know, so yeah. So, have a good day, guys. Like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to see any other videos, me playing any other games, I'd be happy to do them for you. And, well, yeah. So, have a good day, and, I guess, peace. PlayStation. PlayStation.